the fuck is that?
The fuck you?
Who the fuck is that?
Somebody who didn't bring no fucking beer for you.
Who the fuck is that? Oh shit, it's starting.
Hey, yourself. Welcome to the cast.
There goes the bass jabronis
of the Hump.
What is up, mother dogs? Welcome to another edition of the Humpcast. This week we're very pleased to be brought to you by Common Sense, the best goddamn gift shop in town. Whoa! Caught it. Caught it.
They would have got us a good one.
We caught that. As well as giving a shout out to our friends Talking Movies. We've got Frank back on the Humpcast again. It's time.
Really, it's a crazy amount of effects he's got going on. It sounds like he's got a little footer, and obviously a little. Sometimes the delay can simulate that verb.
Oh, you know how to do it.
It probably is reverb. I mean, almost everything that you hear on a record is going to be coded.
I use a lot. Oh, that's like a
Oh yeah, you need verb for leads. Yeah, absolutely.
You see that? You see that?
Take something that sounds kind of raw and make it sound silky.
Yep.
That's how you want it.
Over that flowing bass.
Oh yeah.
This week we're promoting a
It makes
show.
it sound epic. It makes it sound all like.
Yeah, dude.
You feel godlike when you play it. You're like, oh, it's basic.
That's all I
This
have.
doesn't sound like a Line 6. Oh, sweet.
yeah. I don't have any problems with Line 6 myself.
Actually, no, I got a one that I really like. That Spider Jam.
What is up, bitches? We're back
Oh.
again in the fucking
Don't
house.
forget about the house.
Well, no, you don't do that.
Shizzle dog.
What's wrong with you?
Shit.
That's right.
He's got his head all kicked up and shit.
Grab me one of those Brutowskis. Kick back at home and crack
Oh, is it some
Brutowski
beer
of your own. Maybe play a game where you drink and smoke every time we do, but don't do that game. This week we're brought to you by Sweet Karate and Metal and Good Vibes. This is what we're focusing on this week. So, to my right, we have Frank again. Welcome back, Frank.
Thank you, Danny.
We're super happy to have you here. We have Jake the Snake in the house. In the goddamn house.
Fucking girl cigarettes.
For realsies.
Girl cigarettes. Why are they girl cigarettes?
Because
now?
you bought them.
Oh,
snap.
I'm just kidding. I don't know. I see a lot of
Look
girls.
at that
smoking.
shit. Just abuse. That's all right. It's true. I did buy these.
Need to pick on
$5.
the
$5 at the Diamond Dan's Casino. So, whatever. You can buy them for $5.
I needed them.
So I bought them.
It's true. They are pink. Whatever.
Probably.
Yeah, there's some black in there, dude.
Dude, we're gonna play some music tonight, right?
It's like Derby Dolls colors.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh shit.
Scatman doesn't count.
I'm a scat man.
Oh.
You got that shit on Rabbit.
Right. Yeah. I don't know about anything about the Scatman.
DJ, spin that shit.
Maybe. Yeah. So this show's coming up. Damn Your Eyes. You guys ever heard any of these bands?
Damn Your Eyes is fucking awesome.
Yeah,
We play
just
with
never
them
heard
at
Knucklehead.
that show, so. What's up?
Just never Knucklehead.
I've never heard Knucklehead, yeah.
No.
That's one
What
of
are
them
they
I'm
from?
familiar with.
Knucklehead is from Sioux Falls. This fella here, Andy Wood, he was. I originally met him when he was playing in a band called Burley, and they had a practice space behind Studio One, the porn shop downtown.
Oh yeah.
No way.
I remember these days.
The porn shop downtown.
Don't hide, it was inside studio.
No, it was directly connected
You guys
to
were
it, but
looking at-
behind it, and so there was Burley, and then after that they went to Sleep Eater,
Okay, now I've heard Sleep Eater. Sleep Eater had a guy from Guitar
That was
Center.
actually after Andy left
cool
the band, or after they parted
He's
ways
a
with
bad
Andy, whatever, and then, so then they went on to do that. But yeah, he was in Burley. Burley was the shit, man. That was awesome stuff. Burley was great.
What kind of music is it? Like,
It was like progressive, awesome shit.
It's kind of Curl of the Burley. You know?
play-
It's kind of like that a little bit.
I'll play
It's
you
just
some
a massive
Burley.
band.
Oh, you think I don't got no Burley? Burley's the shit.
We're rolling a lot of music and talking about a lot of that today, right? Really, not to be, spoiler alert or whatever.
Yeah, this week we're gonna roll some music.
That's a great idea. Yeah, we had a couple of playlists we were thinking about, like, reviewing on the
This
fly.
is Burley.
That's
Recorded
a
at
great
Cat House. This is recorded at Cat House when I was still in Mike's basement. Out on the south
Mike's
side.
champ, yo.
Exactly.
You go in there, and he's got like 7 screens going up.
Fuck, he's awesome.
He's like a fucking wizard.
Yeah. He's the Flash on that fucking keyboard, dude.
You slow it down so I can see what you're doing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
No,
he
put
was
that on there.
amazing.
Yes,
He
put
was
that
amazing.
on
We only
there.
did 3
Alright.
tracks with him because we're a bunch of broadcasters, but yeah, I just couldn't win any smoother than it did.
Was that
But
the
no,
first
connections
demo?
connections with this
Yeah.
band. Connections with this band, Burley, the drummer, Danny Yost, and his brother went on to do the Kickback.
See,
They
yeah,
moved to Chicago. His brother is
Zach something, right?
Danny Yost's brother. I can't remember. You put me on the spot. I don't know. I can't remember. I should know this too.
Chris?
I don't know his last
Andy, maybe Andy.
There's a guy I worked with at Guitar Center who plays in the kickback, plays bass in the kickback.
Oh, that's Zach Verdorn.
Zach Verdorn. I worked
Yeah.
with him at
He's no
Guitar
longer
Center.
in the Kickback, but yeah, they all
Oh,
moved to
really?
Chicago. Yeah, he was the bass player through all that, all
Yeah.
that stuff too. Before that, they did. What was it called? Shit. It escapes me, but
Yeah, it's so crazy how eclectic people are. Like, I met that guy, and he didn't seem like he'd be like a metal guy, but he really was. Like, he could play anything.
You know what's funny? One thing.
So good at,
One thing we haven't mentioned though,
instrument picks up.
Loud and Local, that was still going on back then.
Yeah, it was.
And fucking.
Yeah, that was going on like last week.
Well, no, it's done now, right?
I know, but it just ended not very long ago, didn't it?
Right, but what I'm saying is that like this dude was playing in this band. I can't for the life of me remember it, but it was out of that same space. It was predating Burley, basically the project before Burley.
Okay.
I've got it on my computer, but anyway, all that shit was going on. Like I wonder when Loud and Local started. 'Cause that was all like 10 years ago.
I was like a kid.
Yeah,
I remember
I'm
hearing
too
about
young
Loud
for
and
that
Local.
shit.
I was a fucking kid, dude, like 4th grade probably.
Isn't it strange that they decided now to just pull the plug on that? Like, this has been going on for like over a decade, probably, you know what I mean?
I'm not sure why they pulled the plug on it. It doesn't make any sense to me. But I don't see that the scene's dying or anything, you know? Like,
No, it's a strange move, and I heard that they changed ownership.
Yeah.
oh, that might be why.
Yeah,
That might
I
be why.
heard that, yeah.
Those little independent shows that they had on the station. I don't know now.
That's what I heard. I don't know how much truth there is
I heard
to
the
it.
radio plays a lot better though. They do a lot more older shit, a lot better music.
That's funny because I saw a post
Instead of
on
hearing the same
Facebook
thing.
saying the exact opposite of that. saying that, oh yeah, this new ownership is so fucking horrible. Like, we can't stand it. Like,
Really?
yeah.
Well, I don't know how many times I can hear Hinder in, like, you know,
These guys are
an hour.
great. I love
Yeah,
Burley.
Hinder. They love Hinder.
They do. They love Hinder, Theory of a Dead Man, you know, like,
Nickelback, but we all
See There.
Whoa, wait, where do we wander into?
We're wandering into what they play on the Crow.
Oh, yeah. Well, that shit's always been garbage, though.
But no, there's something. Every once in a while, you get like a Killswitch Engage or In Flames.
You get some,
maybe,
like, Iron
or
Maiden,
Mastodon,
like, you get- or,
you know,
like,
newer
like
stuff.
older
And you know, it's not like they're gonna
Or
play
even
Blood
like an
Thunder or
older
something, but-
Slipknot or something.
Yeah, like older Slipknot was alright. I do.
Or they do Megadeth and shit, which
Oh,
I
yeah.
hope they still do.
Megadeth,
because
Metallica.
I love that.
Never gonna
And they
hear
got rid of
Slayer.
mandatory, or did they move it? Did they move mandatory Metallica a while back?
I don't mind that. I've heard so much Metallica.
Yeah, I
It's
hear
like,
you. I hear you.
Doesn't that beg the bigger question? Why is it that they market such crappy music?
I don't think that it's so much crappy music. It's just the demographic. It's so widespread. It's so easy to like those kinds of bands because they really are. They speak to everything that's like catchy.
Yep. In its own way.
Speak to everything and it's catchy in its own way.
No, I said it's
Yeah,
everything
dude.
that is catchy. You know what I mean?
Dude,
They
think
follow
about it.
all the cliches. And people, they want that kind of cliche, you know, they want that kind of rock star.
But think about it, at the time...
You don't, but the general population of people who don't play music, because let's face it, there's a big difference between us who play music and people who don't, and what they listen to, you know, like, they're not going to have the same taste.
But also think about it, look back when Metallica was doing their shit and when they were getting large.
Oh, not at all. That was completely against the grain.
Yeah.
They were heavy and melodic. What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Like, it was one or the other at that point.
And I mean, since then it's just evolved, like, freaking, you know, flies, fucking, everything that they see, pieces of
it's gotten
shit
so...
or whatever. Which doesn't really make any sense. Listen how soulful this shit is.
Who is solid local
It's
shit?
like...
This is Burley.
You hear a little bit of the funkiness in there.
Oh,
and I hear the progressive that you're talking about now.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of odd time signatures.
You know a band that should have been, never was? Fred Green.
They were. They traveled here. They came.
Yeah, I know, but nobody.
They did their thing.
You got your.
They're an indie band. Like they didn't get as big as Primus per se, but like, you know what I mean? Like they did their thing. They made their mark. Like they could be working a job. There's a lot of good bands out there. Like they're probably working a job now. They're probably retired. You know, they did their bid.
You can only struggle for so long.
Yeah.
Like before you gotta realize that hey, I got bills to pay. I need a house. I need these things.
Well, the deal is that they're not touring. They're not touring. That doesn't mean that they're not making music. Or that they're not,
exactly.
Not pursuing it, but the reality is that I think
they're not doing it on the extreme level that you have to do it if you want it to be big.
But also look at this. You got guys like Sammy from fucking starting off with Acid Bath, and then Crowbar, and now Goat Whore. That dude probably has never seen big bucks in music, you know.
Well, Goat Whore's pretty.
Goat
Whore probably make some money.
They are probably doing pretty good. You're right.
They play some good fucking tours, dude. They get on the
pretty
bills.
good show here. I'll say that shit was badass, dude. Did you make it to that?
Negatory.
Oh, it was sweet, dude.
Since I've had kids, I've pretty much been completely...
Gotta settle.
I haven't been to the show in God knows how long.
No pawn chains.
Yeah,
but getting back to what we're talking about,
kids.
I mean, what do you guys think about, like, why do they market that crap? Like, because here's my theory, and this is what I've heard.
I love how you refer to it as crap.
Well, isn't it? I mean, okay. Well, here's the deal. Here's why I say that.
It's not ideal.
Here's why I say that is because it seems like it's just intentionally, like the whole mindset. Yeah, like watered down. Like it's intentionally targeted to do nothing but fill time between like radio ads. It's like, and then I read this article by this guy Steve Albini saying that all like pop music in essence is just essentially. It's a commercial. It's like it just has to be good enough to just keep you like tuned in to get to the next commercial. So like that's why they want they don't want any filler. They want it all to be fucking just
That's why I think
that songwriting style. It's like it's got to be attention grabbing. It's got to be hooks.
Yeah,
all hooks. It's got to be all hooks. It's got to be everything.
But see, the thing is, people probably test really high on it because they do tons of studies for advertising to find out is this what people want to hear. Is this what people want to hear? Is this what's going to keep people's attention? Okay, because if you don't listen to the music on a radio station, you're not going to listen for the ads. But those ads pay for the music and pay for the station to keep running. So it's incredibly important that people listen to the music that's on it.
Well, it's funny that we even
allow that's good music.
Like, well, why do we rely so much on the private fucking industry or whatever, like industries to run the radio waves, because you get college radio and it seems like the music is so much better
and nobody listens to it,
and the airwaves belong to us, right?
Yeah, no,
because at one time,
let's just say that these guys pay this money and then they're just like, well, now we own this airwave. Like, I mean, like,
well, think about this.
Shouldn't like there be a certain allotment, like every time, like shouldn't they be paying money to us because they're using a public fucking resource? Like it would be like if someone else were profiting on water. Or something that they
are profiting on water, man. Dude, they feed you the same water that you shit in.
Right.
Like shit in that water, they take it to a pen.
I guess where I'm going with this.
Put it back in your sink.
Where I'm going with this is that like the public doesn't really seem to be refunded anything for them using our airwaves, because that belongs to all of us, man.
You would think that, but technically it's owned by technology, and whoever owns the technology owns it.
And that's
unfortunate.
I want to get
that money is such a big deal, because I have a huge problem with that myself. That money is like the concentration of everything, but it really is when you boil it down. It's kind of where it goes.
Built on.
Yeah, I mean it's
I think
free enterprise.
I think it's just another example of the free market failing. Well, no, I'm just saying it's failing to reimburse the fucking the people that live here, because we have to reach a certain point. Like, okay, if there's a minimum wage, you know what I mean? Like, why is there not a maximum wage? It's like, dude,
if you're gonna put limits on the minimum, you gotta put limits on the maximum.
Like, okay, so $7.75 an hour is the minimum wage. Okay, great. I say $7,075,000, whatever, is the maximum wage. You can't earn more than that an hour. If you earn more than $7 million an hour, guess what? You should put the rest of that back into like keeping people in our own country from shooting each other and fucking each other up. Like, and that's not a socialist concept. That's just like the idea of a republic existing, because
that's the idea of a true democracy, which we're not. We're a republic. You vote for people who vote for you.
Dude, can we get back into the music, dude? Can we get back into the music?
Yeah, so
okay.
So it's not fully political.
I want to say one thing.
We talk about that all day.
I want to say one thing.
We'll bounce around. Whatever.
Okay, so say you got like a company like Taco John's or Burger King makes their profit off of selling food, right?
Obviously.
Where does the record companies, where do they make their profit off selling records? So you got this new, you know what I mean?
It's a mix between selling records and booking shows and merch, because they take a percentage of that. It's not like the bands get all that stuff. Most of the bands don't make any more than you make it like a full-time job, unfortunately.
You'll make shit off of your actual CDs if you're in a band. Selling CDs, you'll make shit off that.
It's all the live shows, man.
Right.
And even they take a cut out of the live shows.
Right.
Right.
But what I want to say is that with these bands who are playing mainstream now and they're on the radio, all that music is, when I listen to it, is a big commercial. You know what I mean? Buy this CD. It's stuck in your head. People like that music. It goes back to when you said musicians versus non-musicians. Non-musicians, they get onto something catchy, and that's good. That's
all they need.
Like.
I mean, they're easily satisfied.
That's all they need. They don't need jam bands, man.
They're not like you and me when we listen to something. We're like, yeah, I could probably play that in 30 minutes.
Right. that little change was bad.
Not to be arrogant or nothing, but like once you play long enough, you start to hear the patterns.
It's not just like, wait, dude, it's insulting. Like, that they feel they have to strip things down that far. Like,
that's what happened over time.
The public just won't accept it. But yet a band like Metallica.
But look at great songs from the 50s that are like, to me, like songs from the 50s are like muscle cars. Like, they fucking go fast and they get the fucking job done. Like, that's what pop music was. Like, popular music that was fucking badass. It was pop music because it was fucking killer. You know what I mean? It was guys like Chuck Berry ripping shit up.
Hell yeah, dude. Johnny B. Good.
Yeah, I mean, like, like that shit's, that's rock and roll, dude. That's like the origin of rock and roll. So that to me essentially has elements of pop music, of course, because it was popular music, you know?
Pop music, that's all it is. Popular
But what the fuck is what's going on now? Like, seriously.
There's a mix. It's not like there's all bad. It's not like all pop music is bad. That's a pretty bad interpretation of it.
Frank, this is what I'm saying, Frank, is that it's getting dark. Like, I essentially look at all the talent that's out there in the world and the shit that has gone mainstream now. Katy Perry fans that I've interacted with personally, that have said, this is a quote. Have you seen that documentary on her? No. Oh my god, it is so sad. Why? Why is it sad? Because she didn't even get to see her boyfriend more than once a week. She was touring all the time, flying all over the world. Wow. No. That is the saddest fucking thing I have ever heard in my life. Are you serious?
I heard a quote
this is a legitimate statement. This is made by a Katy Perry fan.
I understand maybe being
Do you understand
lonely or missing the person that you're with. But what I don't understand is that's what they made the documentary about. They didn't talk about her musical qualities or the music itself. They tried to make it a drama.
Yeah, dude.
All I'm quoting, have you seen the Katy Perry documentary?
Are you kidding me? No, I have not seen it.
Of course I have, dude.
I own
Of course I own it.
metal DVDs that I watch, man. I don't watch it.
Hey, I don't know. Have you seen it? I don't know.
No, I haven't. So I'm not going to because I don't like Katy Perry. I don't like it. I'm sorry.
I heard she got a
don't care for it.
I heard she got a porno, dude.
No, you don't.
Yeah, dude, I like Katy Perry.
Shut up.
I'm just kidding. No,
how are you getting sued by Katy Perry?
Shut up.
Yes, dude.
Well, that's fine as long as I get
Slander.
to speak to a person for a minute.
Slander? How dare you slander Katy Perry?
Blasphemy.
Yeah, just because, I just don't care with the music, but I still don't see the point in insulting other musicians who maybe don't have as much control as you think they do. Like, she's probably...
Katy Perry?
She fight for her. They
Someone
get
probably
everything all organized. She just comes in. And
You know what? I bet you're wrong. I bet she writes, like, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Anyway, I'm just talking about a random interaction I had with her. Or not with her. With a fan of hers. And the way they described this. Well, what upset me about it is that they were like, it was such a sad thing, Like, I haven't even seen the documentary, but it's just the mindset, the general mindset, like, of like the general population. Not, I hate to say general, but I don't know.
Dude, that's what you gotta call it. You want to call it.
What do you call it?
Mainstream.
Okay, there you go. The mainstream. That's what I want to refer to it as. Yeah, the mainstream.
Dude, there was a time where me and my buddy were sitting here and we're writing fucking heavy metal music, and we're like, dude. I told him, I go, dude, we're probably never gonna make any money off this shit, man. And he goes, no, dude, things are getting better, man. The youth is getting more into metal, man. Like, have you noticed how the Crow is turning more metal? And I'm like, maybe a couple bands are getting, a little heavier.
Bands that are on like their 6th album that are finally now hitting the radio out here.
Yeah.
Like Mastodon. Everybody hears, oh, you heard Oblivion? Dude, I was listening to The Call to Mastodon.
Right.
I don't understand that.
But its bottom line is that mainstream is turning to easy listening is what it is. Whether you want to put a fucking heavy metal cherry on top of it, you know what I mean? It's still easy listening to where it gets popped in your head. And hey, man, I love this band. They're so heavy. Volbeat. I fucking love Volbeat.
Oh, there's a lot of that. I've met those guys, and it's hard to have a discussion, a logical discussion with some of those guys. Because they don't see the music like we do.
Yep.
And
it's just,
it can be extremely confusing for them to try and explain things. You just look like a dick.
Right.
You just look like a dick. It's like, be honest with you, I'm not that educated as far as like music theory and stuff. But for some reason, I understand those songs more than
Well, it's not even about. It's not about theory, dude. It's about like, okay, I hear this, I can play it. Whether or not I understand like what every like scale that I'm using while I'm playing it. No, maybe I don't.
It's just the note choices are. Hey,
it's just that.
This is going good.
I'm not even talking about gauging like how good a player you are. I'm just saying that like to recognize other playing and be able to play that. That's like. And sometimes that entitles you to an opinion.
Yeah, but sometimes
that a lot of people that don't know what the fuck they're talking about will fucking start chiming in and fucking like putting their 2 cents in, and it's like, well, maybe you should learn how to play that song, like, in any capacity, like...
Yeah, even a small capacity, and then you'd understand kind of where we're coming from.
Yeah, before you criticize anything, you know what I mean?
Here's one thing I would like to say to people who don't like metal. Say you have no idea how to play guitar or any instrument, and I go, here, dude, take this guitar, and automatically you know how to play this song live on a stage. Here you go play. And they fucking went and did it, I bet they would get a rush from hell that would be like, wow, that was sweet.
If they were able to understand.
Right, able to understand. And I think it would give them an understanding.
He bestows them with, like, superpowers.
Yeah, bestow them with the understanding.
For, like, a show, or for, like, a song,
yeah.
Just so they understand the feeling that you get when you get up there and you play, and everything goes beautifully, and you feel like you're just...
They would just be like, whoa, dude, it was like a robot controlling me that was so fucking sick. Like, dude, how awesome.
Right, yeah, if they could experience it, they wouldn't criticize it.
Exactly.
No, exactly. They probably just don't understand the experience of it.
Yep.
No,
or the experience of writing something
but okay,
on the
flip side of the coin, the biggest criticism...
I wrote that.
It's like the biggest criticism that I run into as far as like heavy metal is that like, oh, I can't understand the lyrics.
That's usually when you get thrown out of the fucking argument because you can't even hear what they're saying.
If you say that you're metal and then you say that
I'm not saying
singing metal.
No.
That's what bothers me.
This is just like what I'm saying. Like the things that I mean, metal like is extreme and it should be. You know what I mean? Like depending on the various genres of shit that you get into and obviously death metal.
There's really no rules.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
there's really no rules.
What do you think you're getting into, man?
Yeah, exactly. Cannibal Corpse is pretty fucking obvious.
Like, it seems like people are always gonna take the extreme and run with it. You know what I mean? Like, everyone's always trying to outdo each other and push it. I mean, we're all just monkeys, like trying to outdo each other, like no matter what. I mean, it's the same thing with this gun control shit. Because fucking.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
No, here's what I'm saying is that people want to fucking like push the limits of what they can own, like what what they can fucking have.
You're on the
themselves.
opposite
And,
side
like,
of the
this guy,
spectrum
yeah.
from me.
They're like, shit, man. It's like, dude. Ultimately, I think they could incinerate my fucking whole block. I would have little. You know, I don't think an AK would fucking really help me in that situation.
That is true. That is true. Like, weaponry-wise, it's not like it was when they wrote, you know, the Constitution, where a musket was actually pretty lethal.
Yeah, they'd be like, there's fucking flying machines in the fucking air. Let's rewrite this fucking document right now, please.
I'm gonna pull out my hunting rifle and shoot down your fucking killer drone.
But who knows what they would have fucking done? But everyone wants to fucking go back to it and be like, this is the document.
Yeah, that's
too.
No,
like, fuck.
Think about this, man. Think about this. At that time,
Going to jail for treason. Right?
At that time,
I know. Same.
At that time, a musket being pointed to you was a big fucking threat, and it still would suck to get shot, but you die, you know, whatever.
Well, yeah, the infection
Yeah.
will kill you, and it doesn't hit you like a bullet.
Right. But you know what I'm saying. At that time, a musket was like the fucking extent of it, you know?
Sure.
Now, obviously, many of things have fucking evolved, so why can't we evolve with them? Why are we not allowed to? You want to fucking say, oh, we can have muskets that take 20 minutes to reload, but we shouldn't be able to have anything more. That's fucking horseshit. That is absolute shit, dude.
Well, but at the same time, where
does that lay in gun
Where does
control,
it draw the line? Like, do you think people should have the right to have nuclear weapons and shit?
No.
I think that countries are entitled to nuclear power.
To me, nukes shouldn't even be
So then where do you draw the line, man? Fucking who has the fucking power?
I say
these are firearms, man.
As far as like the world goes, you don't fuck with other people's governments and other people's countries. You just don't fuck with that, okay? We stay in America, we handle our business, and if Iran wants to make fucking nuclear bomb, let them. Okay, that's not even what they're usually doing. Generally, it's just a miscommunication.
Well,
the media blows up.
Charge, dude. Fuck, we don't want that to happen.
What, you think they're gonna nuke us?
No, I think that strategically, just if we look at the globe as like a game of chess,
It's not a game of chess, Donnie. We all live on the same earth.
it is a game of chess because as human beings, we all represent our own agendas and our own republics, like we so to speak, these republics. So for us to allow, if we look to see if we can see clearly that someone is lining up to attack us, we're going to take steps to block that.
But they're not attacking
And it's not
us.
necessarily in a
I don't see where you're
aggressive way, like where we're taking out their pieces, but we can set set pieces in place to ensure that we can block. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Their ability.
I don't want anything on like.
Here's what I'm saying: if we clearly can recognize someone's developing technology, it would make more sense to tell.
True.
To encourage them shutting that down.
Open with what they're building? Absolutely. That is absolutely true. Where they should be sharing whatever weaponry or energy they're harnessing. That should be obviously a mandatory thing. It's part of the UN, so that makes sense. Okay. But what I'm saying is, it's not our place to make a blind assumption just because they're learning how to use nuclear energy that they're going to build a bomb. Do you understand? Because if you look at our power plants, all of them are nuclear.
Yeah,
all of ours are nuclear. We are the most dangerous country in the fucking world.
Right.
There's nobody who's even half as dangerous as we are. Yet here we are attacking other countries for honestly no reason other than we feel like we're the team police.
This is what I'm going to say to that.
Like, I don't want to be...
This is what I have to say to that, sir, is that it is a balance that we have to find, because at the same time, we don't want to be we don't want to be fucking punked out by the world. You have to recognize that there are other countries that would that if they had it their way, they would walk in this motherfucker and they would fucking overthrow our ass.
No, that's absolutely impossible.
It's not impossible.
It is impossible. If you actually know, like, statistics-wise, man, it's almost impossible. Every other country, like the next largest country as far as, like, gun ownership, and that's what you gotta think. If you're gonna invade a country, you not only have to realize they have a large army, you're staring at. You have to not only understand they have a large army, like we have a huge army. Okay, not as big as China, obviously.
We have a huge army, but you have to realize...
But all of our citizens are 90%. 90% of every citizen owns a fucking gun. Right. In their house. They might not carry it, right, but we all own guns. Yep. You invade our country, you don't think I'm going to grab my gun?
Right. Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
But none of that shit applies these days. It's not even about guns. How do you think? You think we fuck around with guns like we were just sending? That's why we got the drones.
If they're we don't.
Just fucking incinerator.
We don't. But I mean, like, you're talking about like an invasion on the homeland. Could they send out drones? Absolutely. If you don't think we have the technology
why
to take
wouldn't
out
they?
drones,
Why wouldn't they? They're not gonna storm us like fucking Normandy or anything.
they're not gonna have much.
They're not gonna do that shit. They're not gonna do that shit. They're gonna get fucking.
We do it, man.
They're gonna fucking go in with fucking nukes and shit. And that's exactly why I'm saying.
If they come in with nukes, then we're gonna fire back with nukes. That's just how it works.
Then everyone fails.
Everyone fails.
Everyone fucking fails.
But you're not gonna get around that, Donnie. Like, even if you regulate them, they'll just do it secretly. Look at the Cold War.
Yep.
You cannot regulate people. Your best bet is to be civil with them and have an adult discussion with adult people. That's how it works.
Yeah.
You have to have
It's
that
like
line
telling
of
a little
respect.
kid, you can't, hey, don't do
yeah,
this.
don't do that. And that little kid, what's he gonna do? First fucking thing, he's gonna do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
He said, don't do this. I'm gonna go be in this corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta at least try it.
This would be my response to that, then. Because I think that we have an important place, like the free market has an important place in our society. You know, I think that there's always a balance that has to fucking be found.
I think the free market is stupid myself.
Let me finish my thought here, Frank. This is what I'm saying.
To be quite frank with you.
I'm sorry.
I think that we have a responsibility to stay on top. I mean, like, as far as like making sure that we're always taking steps to look. If there are fucking countries that are hostile towards us, and they're gonna acquire fucking nuclear weapons, and we can do anything in our power to intervene in that, to encourage people to work with our allies to fucking take action, whether it's direct or indirect. If it's in our best interest, why the fuck would we not do that? I mean, like that would just make sense.
I feel like we're stepping out of our boundaries.
Whether it's through the free market, you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, look at countries like Canada and Sweden and Norway, countries that are neutral. They don't have these qualms. Our problem is, people are pissed at us in other countries, like Iraq, like Iraq and Afghanistan and Iran. They're pissed at us because we're trying to move in on their mojo. Because we're setting up air bases in places we have no fucking business being.
I think it's an incredibly complex fucking thing, to be a collective unit as a country and to try and make our way in the world. You know what I mean?
That's what I don't like. I feel like we're stepping outside of our bounds, and we have to respect other countries and their laws and how they treat their citizens. You have to respect that. You have to let, like Zimbabwe or whatever, figure its own shit out. Alright? We did. We had to figure our shit out. Let them figure their shit out. But what we shouldn't be doing is, like, supplying the dictators with guns, which we do.
Profiting off that.
Yeah, we absolutely. We give guns to anybody.
Right.
Hey, you want some weapons? We'll send you some. Write us a check. Yeah. But I mean, Russia does it too. We're not the only ones.
That's the question.
Okay, we're not the only ones.
Who's profiting? You have to look at who's profiting. So
well, it's not our government. If that's what you're saying, it's not our government. It's obviously the arms dealers, the people who actually
these corporations that are paying for our government.
Yes.
We did it for
that
us.
Are controlling our government.
They influence our government heavily. I don't know if they control it like puppeteering, but they certainly influence the shit.
You don't know it's fucking 2012 and weed isn't legal, and you don't know they fucking don't control our government. Corporations control.
They can't control weed. That's why it's not legal, man. You can't control it. You can grow weed in your fucking backyard. It don't matter, man. You can grow it in your closet.
You can go to jail.
You can grow weed anywhere. That is why it is not legal. That is exactly why it's not legal, because anybody can grow it. There's no way for them to regulate the seed. There's too many different strands.
There's ever been more of a perfect example of like how fucking deep we are, just in fucking being controlled. It's that weed is illegal. That is just absurd.
No, I think it's the money, personally. I think it's the fact that everybody believes they have to work a job. That economic slavery is okay. It's normal. Find a way for the slaves to pay for themselves and take care of themselves, but still have to do as you're told when you punch in.
Yeah.
That's the core.
Don't you love how they call it a right to work state?
It ain't right to work.
When it actually is, we can fire you for any reason that we want. But they actually call it a right
so
to
it sounds,
work.
And you
so
have
it sounds
to work,
like you're entitled to it.
Yeah. Wouldn't it make more sense to call that you don't have a right to work? If they call
you don't have a right not to work.
No, you don't have a right to work. You do not have a right to work here. It's like, okay, well, if you sign me up as an employee, you train me, you show me this shit, fucking something happens, you're telling me that fucking now I have no right to work here. You can fire me for no reason.
Well,
Even if I just show up here, you're just wasting my time. You're just burning through people just so you don't have to pay me benefits. No, you're taking advantage of me, dude.
That's not.
But that's what we're doing to attract the the fucking interests that come here.
Yeah, but
They call it, but just how much of a slap in the face is it that they call it a right to work state?
I guess
It's literally
reworded to make it sound like
you do not have a right to work in this state.
It's not.
You do not have a right to work in this state. Guess what? If they would have put that shit when it came voting time, no one would have been like, you know what? I think I'm going to vote yes on that. I do not have a right to vote, or do not have a right to work.
Well, unfortunately, we all know that most of the people like me.
I think maybe they should have a reason to not to if they're going to hire me and fucking train me and to send me into a job, I think they should maybe be able to have a reason.
Most of them do have a reason.
What, to fire you?
Most of them do, because they don't follow the policies of the state necessarily, unless it's a state-owned corporation.
People can get
Most
taken
people work in
advantage of.
chains.
They'll do it. They'll underemploy them so that they'll put them right at the limit so they don't have to pay them benefits as a full-time employee.
Oh, that's totally
Walmart
true.
does that a lot.
Or they're
Yes,
fucking doing. They're pulling shit. They're taking.
Give you
advantage.
31 hours.
Yeah, dude, all the time, man. Yeah, dude. It's actually
31 hours.
It was 34 hours, and I worked 32 hours for a long time, dude.
Yeah, man. I mean,
but what I'm saying is that think about this.
Obsession with money.
That's what it is.
It's right to work, but at the same
is.
time, we could go off the whole trade market and shit, which I think would be better because everybody would be specializing in their own thing. But these corporations run this fucking country, like we said.
Right.
So we're working for these corporations, which get shit done, which puts, we can buy the clothes that they make, we can get the food that they put out there, whatever.
Yeah, we have to operate inside the game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And if all that just stops,
I'm telling you, this is all a simulation. We're all fucking.
That's why when I saw The Matrix, like the very first one, I was like, "Oh, it's so amazing!"
Dude, I was like, I can't wait till I get to take the red or blue pill, man.
Yeah, dude.
I was like, I can't wait till I get.
I mean, I don't actually believe that I'm in a computer simulation, but I do believe that we're in a controlled.
Why not?
That you just don't understand.
Why not?
Doesn't
that make just as much sense as any other fucking theory?
To a certain extent.
Well, no, because if you die, you die.
Why?
It just doesn't make any sense.
What do you mean? None of it makes sense. It doesn't make any sense that fucking atoms are mostly empty space. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that you can fucking shoot them through the little fucking test that they did, and then they could fucking blink in and out of existence and show up.
Particle collider?
Yeah, dude. What is up with that?
Or
blink in and out of existence.
It's subatomic fucking theory shit. We don't even understand what we're made of.
Or black holes.
Yeah. Right, where does the black hole go?
No. I'm not.
What happens at the end of that?
I'm talking about
that blinking in and out.
Shit.
Yes, subatomic particles, and then a particle collider that hit at the same time at what was it? They do some crazy light speed test. I don't know exact figures. I'm not a fucking.
But what if? Well, I mean, one thing I find
particle
weird.
physicist.
What they proved is that fucking there were things that were able to go faster than the speed of light.
Oh yeah.
These particles are
theories like tachyons.
They didn't prove it, but they were. I don't know. Everything's so fucking theoretical. It's impossible to prove anything. It's impossible to prove that I could knock on the table right now. It's everything is fucking. You know what I mean?
That's a very cynical way to look at everything, man.
But also at the same time, it's really.
But you can look at it from the other perspective. Maybe everything you do is more literal than you ever thought it was.
Right. True. Very true. We can. The way I look at it is. I say that we can look at things in this dimension. Look at it through
that beer is half full.
Things we've been taught, but also the things that fucking our brains can wander and expand on and think about those things. Yeah, what if, man?
What if your dreams are actually a window into another dimension?
Right. That, or what if?
Because I personally believe in the multiverse.
Fuck, why not?
Dude, yeah. Why not anything? That's what I'm saying. Why not fucking anything, dude?
Exactly. This could be just
unlimited possibilities.
Dude, imagine okay, we go from fucking VHS to fucking DVD to Blu-ray. The next steps that take place. Why not the same concept applied to reality?
Have you seen the Google glasses?
No, I haven't.
They're glasses that are TVs.
This is my point, Frank. This is my point, Frank. What if there is so many steps beyond it's just way beyond our comprehension?
We'll evolve as a civilization. It's gonna happen. I mean, you ever watch the Universe or anything like that?
the universe.
It's
All right, hang on. We're gonna take a break.
Rock video, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's one of those.
All right, bitches. Sorry for the harsh jump. So we're just
right,
disputing the fabric of reality and listening to fucking shit.
Except for Carnage.
Listening,
Except for the badass. This stuff is good. Just check it out.
So yeah, there's really no conclusion. Maybe it's all fucking fabricated multiverse.
Only one person knows is next, like as good as the next person.
Right.
Well,
but
if
it is
you're interested in like the multiverse, the first thing to look up would be like a YouTube video on the 10th dimension. Check that out if you're curious. It's pretty cool. String theory. That's cool.
So I mean, basically, religion goes away, I guess.
I wouldn't say, like, people still think, that God could have started it all. He could have started the multiverse.
Yeah, exactly.
That's kind of where that argument's always going to go.
Yeah, it's always
and while
funny.
I'm not Christian,
It's like splitting hairs because ultimately, like, you never really reach the end of any kind of, like, there's no one that knows. Like,
No, there's no one that knows.
It's a big question mark, is all it is.
it's either those who believe and those who don't believe. So.
You find faith in your own thing, I think.
Yeah, that's agnostic. You kind of more believe in yourself. You believe that there could have been something that started it, but you're not ready to put your chips in yet.
Yeah, it's a huge question mark.
Yeah, it's too big for our minds.
Oh yeah, dude.
For sure, definitely.
That's how I feel. And the people who feel like they can take in all the God, that's when it gets creepy.
Yeah.
Speaking tongues and shit.
Channel. People.
Yeah, the whole like we got it figured out deal. Like it's like anyone that says they haven't figured out.
I can't get
I'm
along
still
with it.
super skeptical.
There's a great movie to watch. It's called Religionless.
Oh yeah.
I heard of that. I heard it was
great film.
hilarious. Yeah, it's great.
Bill Maher's fucking great.
Yeah, some religious people might get pissed, but I don't care.
I just.
Oh no, that's
funny
a
as
great
shit.
film. That's a great film.
I laugh my ass off.
Yeah, that's really good.
I'm sure a lot of religious people would get pissed, man. Just off my experiences.
No.
No.
No, because I think a lot of people have arrived, like they've thought about it,
Yeah.
long and hard enough, and they're just like, look, this is what I choose to believe, and that's what I believe. So let me do that. And like they try to represent, the best morals that they can come up with.
Sometimes.
And they rationalize. They rationalize it any way they can.
Sometimes.
And
There's
that's
real
what
ones.
they do.
There's real people who are Christ-like, and those religious people I'm fine with.
Exactly. Those people
are great. Yeah.
I'd almost say that's the majority of them.
Yeah,
I'd almost say
that's
the
the
majority.
shit,
I wouldn't say that's the majority of them.
I'd say that's the
I'd
majority.
say it's probably 30%.
I'd say that's the majority of them are like people. That
Have you ever met a preacher's daughter?
No shit, man. No shit.
Shit don't always work like it should.
Or a school full of them, dude.
Yeah, dude.
And you get nothing but God preached on you,
Gorman.
but you get nothing but something else on your lap. You know what I mean?
I lived next door to a
It's a
preacher's
little
daughter.
hard to
She
do.
was just a fine gal.
She's just dandy, I'm sure.
Upstanding.
What do you mean by
Upstanding.
fine? Define the word. Yeah,
She was hot. She was super hot. But she was totally cool, dude. Nice lady. Nice girl.
She might be nice, but I mean,
She
wasn't
wasn't
follow the
pretty.
religious to the T, did she?
But that is like
Was
the
she
cliche.
drinking underage?
That's the
Was she
cliche
smoking
because that's the
underage?
cliche due to people that are suppressed. If you try to suppress people's natural fucking instincts, they're like, fuck, I want to bang or whatever. I want to fucking party.
I want to have fun. I want to be alive.
If you the more you try and suppress that, the harder it's gonna bounce back. You know what I mean? So
That's true. That's true.
that
very
seems
true.
pretty easily understandable to me.
That's the same thing, though, man. On
That
a
whole
larger
phenomenon.
scale, when you get into the political deal, it's the same thing, man. It just never stops.
Well, the political deal these days, I think, is just ridiculous, man. Like I can't even.
Ugh.
I'm
How
scared.
was that? I think the warden's home, dude.
Yeah, that shit's fucking nutty. What are you doing?
You're right.
There's nobody here.
What are you doing?
I don't know, trying to get away from some fucking...
Jumped up in Bruce Lee stance.
Right. Oh shit. So
So what about? Well, we do some music stuff.
yeah, fucking. What do you guys fucking like? What do you guys like right now? Like fucking.
There we go. Why don't we do like a hot
Oh,
list?
shit.
Whatever. whoever-
Personally, like that Rings of Saturn shit that I heard has
Yeah.
been fucking just ridiculous, dude.
They call that like alien metal or something. I don't know.
Hell yeah.
Alien metal. I haven't
Space
heard anything
metal.
really quite like it. Yeah, it's like kind of like chorus pedal, like with like harmonies, really fast, like really crazy. Like,
But then some real tight riffs too, dude.
Ugh.
Like, I don't even know the kind of fucking shit they're doing on the guitar. I'm like, how are they doing that at all? It's the weirdest noises you've ever heard, dude. Just,
Yeah,
it doesn't sound like a guitar.
I put that shit on
whatsoever.
your Facebook page, Frank. You didn't see
What?
that shit?
No.
What?
That shit gets buried, man.
Dude, did you guys see the
I put that shit
the
on
picture
there.
I put up of the Nickelback tattoo? I just
Oh
got?
yeah, dude. Oh
Did
yeah.
you see that one? You want to check
Oh
it out?
yeah, we saw
Oh
that
wait,
shit.
actually,
I saw the
that
Nickelback
wasn't
tattoo.
yours. That wasn't yours.
No, dude, I just got dirty today, so I gotta like wipe it off later or something. I'll show you next week. I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah, no, I caught that shit, man. I don't think that there's probably anything. I could go to the Nickelback site. I'm gonna guess that there's probably nothing else going on. That maybe they gave away that guitar.
Go onto the mighty Google, dude.
I don't know, man. I'm trying to throw.
Could just waste valuable pod time.
Right. Right. Exactly. So fucking, I don't know anything else that you fucking heard of other Rings of Saturn. There, Frank.
I've been listening to a lot of the Absence myself.
Never checked it out.
Have you ever heard the Esoteric?
No.
I kind of have a bit. I have a bit of big news myself.
Sounds super familiar.
I'm gonna drop it right here on this podcast. Just gonna drop it. I contacted this guy named Ed Rose, and he is a producer from Black Lodge Recording, which is a studio in Eudora, Kansas. It's like 5.5 hours away south. And he recorded a shitload of bands that I listen to, like a bunch. Extensively works with like modern day, like indie type shit.
Mm-hmm.
And this is going to be his last year that he's doing the shit, according to his website. 2013 is his last year producing records and recording them. And I messaged him and sent him my little pop project that I got together, or alternative rock. That's what I prefer to think.
That's
of
exactly. It sounds like an indie band.
like exactly. It's not. It doesn't fit that normal pop.
No, it's not.
It's an alternative rock band.
Exactly, it's right off.
I like that.
That's
I like that. Yeah. Anyway, so I sent him over, and he says, "Yeah, let me know. When you got a couple months before you're ready, let me know." So, fingers crossed. I'm hoping that the next EP that I do with these guys, I'm gonna actually get a chance to go there and record with this dude. He did Billy Music. I don't know if you ever heard Billy Music.
I heard of them.
Negatory. I am not a big indie guy, but
He did that. He did,
it's more like I just haven't heard much of it.
Yeah, he's fucking.
So he like runs a kind of label
He did
or something?
No, he doesn't do a label, but he recorded.
studio?
He's worked extensively with fucking.
Is he more of an organic recordist?
I don't know. I have no idea what I'm walking into. I just know that.
That's a poor term for it.
Honestly, I just know that fucking if it's gonna be his last year of doing this, then I definitely want to get in on it because his recordings that I've heard for a lot of records are phenomenal.
Who did Billy Talent?
Are they polished?
Did he do Billy Talent?
Super good.
Are they super polished up, or
It's hard to really explain. Like
Or are they raw?
It's like any good sound engineer. No, they're very polished. It's just that everyone has their own signature. Everyone has their own fucking snowflake that they throw down on the mastering, and his has he made a name for himself for a reason, and he had the same kind of genre, like people drawn to him for a reason. And
because he just found that
because-
right magic
because-
set of frequencies that he
yeah,
could pull out.
he's like he could
That's
he
cool.
could exactly.
Yeah, because it really is different. I mean, it's like recording metal, country, rock, and then like indie music or funk are all so vastly different that they really take an entirely different mind.
And Dresch is
recording
really
the
dialed into the metal.
He's quite an eclectic. Like, if you listen to a lot of his other stuff,
He's very eclectic, but as I'm saying, like, if you could like rate him as a Super Nintendo player, like his stats wise, it would
it'd be off the charts.
his column for metal, like his strength for metal,
Yeah.
would be his highest column. Like
Yeah.
I think that's his strength because like I think that's just what he's dope at. Dude. Everything he's fucking done with that shit has been great.
True.
So
It's been gold.
It's been good. I would say that he's the best at that over everything else, but
I think he's pretty good at
I'd say
almost
that's his
everything
strongest
he does.
suit. I wonder what he
But
would
the
say.
thing about metal recordings that's so much different from other recordings, it's really cliche. Like it really is. I mean, there's a lot of
It's
triggers.
loud as
A lot of triggers. A lot
Dude,
of like.
the gear that he has there, those Mesa Boogie fucking.
Dude,
Is he
I'll let
running
you guys
those
know
now?
something right now.
Because when I was in there, he had a Randall preamp. That's what he was running for us.
I think he's got some different shit by now, dude.
Yeah.
But I want to let you
But
guys
he
know
used to have a
something.
Mark
Dude,
IV.
You guys, Metal Blade Records. I don't know who the fuck is doing the work behind like production. You know, I'm sure each band has different production dude or whatever.
There's a lot of producers that are.
Yeah, like warm up shit just sucks.
What was that little doo-doo-doo-doo-doo? That was
What's
like
that?
fucking doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, right?
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, just chromatics, man.
That's good. Yeah, that's like a
I can't
crazy,
even.
crazy fucking wormhole. Welcome back, jabronis. We're here on the Humpcast. We're closing this motherfucker out.
Already?
Well, we're going strong. Frank said 8. Frank said 8 o'clock. It's fucking 8 o'clock. Literally 7:58. We're on the nose, so we can go a little longer or whatever.
So guitars.
All right, so let's do the riff of the day.
Here we go.
Fire from the band.
Alright. Here we go.
Yeah, bitches, yeah. Fucking awesome, dude. Anything else you'd like to add to that? No?
That's pretty much all I got. Well, you want like a flutter?
Yeah.
Alright, that'll work.
Squealer, brother.
That'll work.
On an acoustic. That's the best I can do.
I know. It's great.
I think actually this one's in a fucking.
It's the standard right
Alright, so here's the actual riff. Hopefully it works out. Yeah. Bullshit.
Yeah, I caught bullshit somewhere in there.
Sweet.
You got your beer over there?
The remnants of the beer.
Dabble in the blues?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know what the hell with that. That's cool.
Well, mother dogs, here we are at the close of another Humpcast. This week we want to definitely remind you to go to fucking Common Sense and check out their books and shit. Check out our fellow podcast friends, Talking Movies.
Talk some movies, baby.
Talk about some movies. Talk about some movies, baby.
Take it to the movies, shorty.
Should we maybe
check out your
maybe
boys'
Yeah,
films?
alright. We'll pause it. We'll close out on that.
Alright.
Hi, stop!
You go.
Listen to Pride Alive.
Yeah, dude. We're not gonna do bangs, dude. I decided. Why bangs? We don't want bangs.
We want bangs.
Our boy Bangs.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, we'll put a link up.
Everybody's boy Bang.
Yeah, we're talking
Next
about
week.
Talking about more relevant shit. Yeah, exactly. Next week.
Alright, next week.
Next week. All right. Well, anyway.
Ready.
Any fucking any last shout outs for you guys this week?
Metal Blade, Newport cigarettes, Budweiser beer.
What's that?
Oh, I'm shouting out.
Who we shout out to? Metal Blade?
I said Metal Blade, Newport,
Your friends?
Budweiser, that's probably about it. Mickey's. That's about it right now. Ivan has guitars, and Jack some guitars.
Alright, jabronis. Thanks again. Hey, if you're tuning in, share it with your friends, and feel free to message us with topics and ideas. You guys take care of each other out there. We will catch you on the flip side.
Yep.